Hello everyone. My name is Murat. I'm with Dr. Jeran here. We'll make the info session for Magnimind Academy. So I'm actually a Stanford scientist and serial entrepreneur, and I have a biophysics, bioengineering background, and has focused on AI, machine learning, deep learning projects for the last 10 years at Stanford and Santa Clara University also, where we give lectures and classes and projects on this space. A lot of experience in medical AI. And similarly, Dr. Jeran is also former faculty in Santa Clara University and then currently San Jose State University faculty. And previously also he was faculty at SKICE. We also do a lot of projects at Stanford University in AI in medicine. And we work also in some other hospitals and centers around the US and in the world. So then we founded Magnimind Academy years back from our colleagues from Stanford and Silicon Valley. We understood the need in data science and AI space and proper education space. We focus on AI and data science focused training program. I mean, I emphasize that this is really important. Like there's so many boot camps and so many fields which solely focus on this field. And we have, as you see, we have meetup groups and focus on this area. We have YouTube channel focus on this area. We just go above and beyond this field. We're not only a training education company, we bring a lot of awareness to field, especially in Silicon Valley. We started our meetup groups and now we currently organize events in London, Chicago, and other places, just expanding from here. So today we will talk about our programs that we get so much interest in programs. Instead of going through one by one, we like to cover up all together and give you the really details of the program, what we are giving, why we are different than others. So I will start to share my screen. I will start it and I will let Dr. Geranda continue the rest details. So we've been, as mentioned, we're really focused group. Okay, let me share the long screen. We are focused on this field as an academy, and then all of our 20 plus faculty, all AI scientists and data science and academics and industry. We are a mixture of both. From all our experiences from years from students, we have really common questions we get from students. So they have lack of experience because they get trained, but they don't really get a job. And it's a job, getting job, landing job is whole another story. And then we tackle that problem. Many of the problem is when they go to recruiters, hiring managers, they just don't see a really real world experience. Yes, some people even finish masters, bachelors in the fields, and they did finish even boot camps, but they really cannot fulfill done the full pipeline project. And that's because of that experience, lack of this experience, they cannot really land the jobs. They cannot show that competence. And then many places, not only this experience matters, there's some people want to see that experience in their CV to hire people. And then there's another one is limited mentorship. So although a lot of course and lecture-based programs, and people really don't have the chance of getting really one-on-one mentorship. So there, where we come in, here a lot, we provide, as a summary of programs, we provide real-world projects. We provide 5+ mentors throughout the stages. And we provide company experience, Silicon Valley company experience. And we give experience from both academic and industry. And again, and I believe very important one, we give the Silicon Valley exposures because a lot of jobs is created here. A lot of new technologies started here or just passed through here. So we're trying to catch up with all these trends, or not only catch up, we want to lead the trends. And we want our students are on top of this technology. That's why it's really important to have that exposure. And then we try to provide that whole our students. So let's go back. So what we're really doing, like we've been doing this programs years, and specifically our mentorship program currently, we are updating, more focusing on like trying to get you in a FANG jobs. Like we are focusing on a training and all this background support to just get you in a FANG jobs. So what really happens here in like even regular salaries of data scientists really good. I mean, compared to so many other fields, that's why we recommend people. Oh, let me change the screen. Okay, so let's reshare it. Okay, so those FANG job salaries are regular data science jobs is really even higher than many other starting salary jobs. This is really great and encouraging. But even FANG jobs is much higher. So if depends on your level, if you're in the FANG lab jobs and if you're switching this career, or if you're even starting new, focusing on that is going to give a full heads up to start with. So will be higher salary start, higher growth start. It will make a huge change in your career. So this is again like everyone else is making this. Big tech make this, and you can really go scales up, go further and further. And this one. So what we are doing, this one, we optimize our program. We did more FANG focus, where all the LinkedIn profile, all this resume checking and working on resumes is just for FANG focus, that what they're looking for, what they need, what their interests are. And then we included a lot of, like we used to have, again, practice interviews. We did these mock interviews, we do more often than ever. And all that through we do with our career coaches. We provide this with mentor-guided career coaches, which helps you build portfolio and represent and show your portfolio better. So, like for example, if you have, like this is really a real experience, someone with 5 years experience, even advanced degree, have a struggle with FANG interviews. This is really a case we see a lot. But if you know the right strategy, would include your real-world project experience, proven hands-on skills, and even have training yourself, training yourself and your resume for FANG, you'll be able to get that job compared to your disadvantage. I mean, it's all strategy here. So growing strategy and also a strategy to just express and communicating your background to people. This is really the key. So again, like we included mock interviews, a lot of them. We have now give every package. We have 10 mock interviews you're able to get. And we're also tailoring your background like for like whatever interest you have. You be data analyst, data scientist, ML engineer. We're tailoring your training for that role, not also only training, but also your career background prep for that same role. And then you get those feedbacks, you get all this pattern, like a evaluation of your background patterns, and you will be able to access this recording session, recorded and unrecorded sessions, one-on-one sessions. We have all this with Magnimind new programs. So what I will actually let Dr. Geran to explain more details of the program with those packages.
Thank you, Dr. Baday. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our information session one more time. So, as Dr. Baday mentioned, we designed this program based on what we see in the market. So we have been teaching data science or data science related topics for a while now in the Silicon Valley. And then we have students working in different companies, having interviews with companies. We have a large network in the Silicon Valley. So we have a first-hand experience, or we hear things what kind of questions are asked, what is the expectation in the market, what kind of skill sets are required. And then if you guys are following most recently asked interview questions, right? So there is still a lot of emphasis on basic data science knowledge, and on top of that, experience working on real data science projects. Maybe the experience on your resume is going to help you get an interview. I mean, secure an interview, which is a very challenging step. So getting an interview from a tier one company. But then the next challenging thing is, so you're not guaranteed when you get the interview, you're not guaranteed that you're going to pass the interview, because interview is getting more and more difficult, more competitive, as more experienced people are in the job market, and then every day, we are having accumulating more experience on data science. So then the expectation from the companies when they hire is also increasing based on what kind of skill sets you're going to have. So we have two things. One is how can you gain experience before you apply for jobs? And second, how can we help you when you get an interview? How can we help you pass that interview? So for the experience part, so I started from maybe from the second part of our program, but for the experience part. So what we designed is we are offering you a 9-week long project, which you're gonna work on a vague project, which is not cookbook project, which is not going to be found in any book. So it is a real project that data science group in a startup company in the Silicon Valley is working on. So that is that we offer for the beginners who need experience, who are lacking experience, and then they want to get into job market. So on top of that, what we offer is, if we after we talk with you, if we see that you need some coverage in terms of fundamentals like machine learning, statistics, SQL, or even deep learning. So we are going to assign you an experienced data scientist, and that person is going to be only working with you one-on-one. So there is not going to be a second person in your group. So you're going to be alone working with this person. So it can take, based on your pace, it can take up to 2 months. So having weekly meetings and then going over the fundamentals, completing the assignments, so that filling the gap if you need any help in terms of covering fundamentals, which we believe it's extremely important. And then following this, we are going to offer you 3 phases of projects. The first phase is about 2 projects, machine learning projects. Again, the difference here is you are going to be working with one-on-one with a data scientist, and what is required from you is you're not only going to develop the model, train the model, but also deploy the model. So that is expectation. Again, depending on each individual, each student, deployment can be happening before or after, but we want you to have some experience on how you can deploy models. That is the first phase. Second phase is going to be about NLP. Depending, again, on your schedule, we can switch NLP with deep learning. So you're going to have 2 projects on NLP, and then the third phase is going to be 2 projects on deep learning. Again, based on what you want to do, what your interests are, we can give you a project on image processing, a project on LLM, or both. So it depends. And then following these 3 phases, you are going to feel, so that's what our students are telling us, that you are now ready to actually start working on a 9-week long-term project, which is going to be your experience on your resume. So we are offering 3 different programs. The first program is the beginner program. We are going to offer you that 9-week long experience building project. For the intermediate, which is the most popular one, some of our students have already experienced. They already are working in the market in different companies. But what they need is polishing their knowledge on fundamentals, and then also practicing interviews. So we are going to offer you 10 mock interviews. Again, our data scientists, our faculty from companies in the Silicon Valley are going to give you those mock interviews. So we are going to give you support for the next 6 months after you graduate from the program in terms of finishing the projects. So we suggest having at least 3 interviews before you graduate from the program so that you'll be ready to get into the job market. And during this time, we also are going to support you in terms of preparing your resume so that hopefully you can get secure some interviews upon graduation. So again, that's what we planned, and then we have our students who are happy with the program so far. And then that's all I want to say. Thank you, Dr. Baday.
Thank you, Dr. Jiran. You have a good coverage of the program. So, I mean, at summary, we have 3 stages, and then he didn't mention the prices. We have beginner stage, 24 weeks, is full coverage of from scratch. I mean, we still interview. We don't really qualify everyone for this program. We just need to have a really proper background. And for intermediate people, we have $6,000, advance $4,000. For this is upfront payments. If you want to have installments payments, we add $2,000 each, and you can do monthly payment. Like for beginner, $10,000 for 10 months. And there's also some systems you're able to get paid through like some payment system like PayPal has installment plans if you can qualify for it. So this I actually covered those. What I want to do is actually I want to have more summary of that. What we really give overall, we give projects, real life projects, and we give mentors from top companies, industry, and academics. We have practice and mock interviews, around 10 of them. And lectures, we have full lectures available and so many different topics that you can access our online platform, have an access along with our mentors helping you. And again, mention we have 4 and 5 mentors assigned to you. And career coach, review your progress, review how you're doing with your resume. And then we do also connect with recruiters that in our network try to get more interviews to try to land your job. So this is the overall like a scale of the program. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We are happy to answer. We can also be happy to schedule an individual interviews with you to understand your background, to see if you're matched for the program. We have a mid of May, we're starting May batches. Since we have a limited space from our mentors and then companies we're affiliated, we open like a limited batches every month or maybe every other month. So sometimes we don't go and don't open batch for 3 months. It just it's important not to miss this batch, especially now economy has been slow and we're waiting that to open up more and then gain more jobs available. By that time, you'll be able to have a chance to build your background. So as summary, we give 3 strengths. One, you should be able to full pipeline project. Many people, even PhDs, come to us. They will not be able to do a full data science project themselves and deploy it. And second is people could be really good and they really cannot pass the interview process like preparing an exam, like SAT exam, GRE exam, similar process. And we're helping you to prepare. And then third one is we're providing that experience and giving affiliation with companies in some of those packages, because even though you're good with doing projects, you're good with passing interviews, but unfortunately they look for great resume support and then experience. We're trying to really give it as our affiliated companies for Silicon Valley. Just give you the way how it works. The companies don't want to hire interns or anyone anymore. They just more rather want to just hire people if they have funding. They don't want to deal with interns, so much pain, and those interns are not stable. So what we tell the companies, we give you interns, we give the mentors along with it. Please do project with it. It's not only unexperienced intern we're giving you, we're just helping these interns with mentors. That's why how we make this program sustainable, so companies are interested in hiring interns like you. So I see project comes from Chris as a question. Expand on varying case studies you can provide. Yeah, we have actually so many different fields that projects we try to match you with your interest areas. We have a lot of healthcare, medical AI space. We have finance. Another strength of Magnimind is we have a lot of finance related projects and companies, a lot of retail industry, marketing. We have really variety of companies we work with, projects we work with. And what we really recommend that, trying to accommodate you as much as possible, understand your background. And then we tell people that you use your domain knowledge. If you come from a physics background or engineering, like a mechanical engineering background, try to really get your focus and grow your in AI in mechanical engineering, AI in bioengineering, because this place is becoming hype and AI becoming hype. What will be more valuable, your background is gonna put AI on it, it's gonna get you really niche, good and high paying jobs. That's why we share this industry specific projects. If you come to us and if you are not like from very like a niche project, like you're in mining industry and it's really hard to find a mining AI jobs. So I know we have one or two projects in mining AI, but it's very limited. It would be hard to put, place you on those jobs. But in many of those people, we're able to, kind of direct them or find the projects and companies, the field, they're in their interest or field in their background.
Yeah, maybe Dr. Bade, just to expand on one of the projects. So
Mhm.
just I also was part of it. Says let's say we make agreement with many hospitals, medical institutions, international institutions, and then we gather data with them. So that's what we did. And then we are working with doctors from these institutions. And then we build, so our students built a dashboard, built a predictive model, which is going to change the workflow, the current workflow in the hospital to save money from, let's say, number of patients going through ultrasound image processing. And then we deploy the model as a web application. So that's one project that we actually recently, I think we closed this project.
Yeah, really, like sometimes even some students come up with they have jobs in market. Some of the students is more using this for a career advancement and they have already companies and jobs. You even work with their own companies. We're open to so many cases. So any other questions? Happy to answer. We share our email, info@magnimindacademy.com.
I
You're
mean,
welcome.
sorry, Dr. Wei. So I strongly recommend everyone to schedule a meeting with Dr. Badai. So 10, 15 minutes if you are interested. I think that would be good. So just talk with him and then see where you stand in terms of this program and then whether you are interested in the program.
Yep. I'm happy to help. From last info session, we had a really one good candidate. He said, oh, he's later in his career and he had software engineering jobs in years. He graduated from PhD with Stanford. And then he's like around, like he told his age 55. So he said, how can he find job? So, and then how is AI helpful for him? See, and then we have a good experience with that. We have really students from different segments, age groups. Um, and then we had a good experience. We drafted a good plan for him. So if you have a really unique and different situation, that's why one of the best part of this program is we call individualized program. So recently, if you search Magnimind Academy and my name, and we have an interview in Silicon Valley Business Journal, and this guy is just really like that, how we offer a personalized training, understanding your background, drafting a plan, assigning mentors, so you can land a job or you can really excel in your position and career. So let's see if any more questions. Oh, I lost that. Okay, good. Yeah. Welcome to Make Applications. Hope to see you and talk to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you everyone for listening. Bye.
Bye.